I'm about to do your Aquarius tarot reading for the end of March, beginning of April 2022. And in this Aquarius love reading, we're going to take a behind the scenes peek at your romantic person of interest. Aquarius, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Aquarius love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Aquarius tarot reading for you. Now, let's get on with this Aquarius love reading today, because today we are going to take a behind the scenes peek at your romantic person of interest. So whoever this is that you're romantically involved with, romantically thinking about, or just romantically energetically connected to in some way, we're going to take a good hard look at this person and find out what's going on with them, see what your attention and your awareness needs to be brought to about this person. That way you can best navigate the situation you're finding yourself in with them. And I'm going to do that by getting 5 cards to represent your person's energy here at the end of March, beginning of April 2022. Then I'm going to clarify all 5 of those cards with a second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on with this person that you're romantically connected to. Now, keep in mind that this is not a personal reading. This is a general collective reading, which means I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. Now, if a personal reading with me is something you're interested in, I'd be happy to do one for you, and you can find all the information about my personal readings in the description, as well as the first pinned comment right below this video. But this is a general collective reading, which means I'm tapping into a large group of collective energy for a large group of Aquarius people that I'm responsible for getting messages for. And that really means that there's no possible way this reading is going to resonate with literally every single Aquarius person on the whole planet all at the same time, because not every single Aquarius person on the whole planet is going through the exact same situation or experiencing the same sets of energies all at the same time. It's also important to keep in mind in general collective readings like this that energies can and do get flipped around backwards from time to time. Roles get reversed, especially for cross watchers, which means if you're not an Aquarius and you're just watching this Aquarius love reading because you're interested in an Aquarius and you want to know what's going on between the two of you, I'm totally cool with that. Just keep in mind, though, that especially for cross watchers, energies are very prone to get flipped around backwards and roles get reversed. So take it as it resonates, just like the coffee mug says. Now, regardless of how this reading resonates for you, you still probably want to watch the videos for your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And you can find the links to those videos, the information about my personal readings, the different tarot decks I'm using, information on the crystals, orgone pyramids, like crystals that are specifically tied to the sign of Aquarius, different merchandise I have, like the coffee mugs and the t-shirts and the sweatshirts. I'm even giving away free Aquarius t-shirts and coffee mugs. All of that stuff is in the description right below this video. But enough yakking. Let's get on with this Aquarius love reading, and let's start by getting 5 cards for what's going on with Aquarius's romantic person of interest here at the very end of March, beginning of April 2022, please. What does Aquarius's attention and awareness need to be brought to about this person they're romantically tied to? And let's get 2 more, please. What does Aquarius need to know about this person they're romantically connected with? Thank you. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the 6 of Cups. This is Scorpio energy. This is the card of the past. This is thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, thinking about the good old days and the way things used to be. This can even represent someone from the past. This also represents a pretty deep emotional connection between the two of you here. Right under that, we have the 2 of Cups. This is a love connection between 2 people. This is Cancer energy. This is I breathe you in, you breathe me in. We're connected, but it is a 2, and in tarot, 2s represent needing to make some kind of a choice here. Then we have the Knight of Cups. So first thing I'm noticing is we got a whole lot of cups here in the overall energy, which is probably a good sign. This Knight of Cups, Knights are action takers. Cups are about love and emotions. So this is actions toward love and emotions, like romantic gestures, romantic offers, love offers coming in. Taking actions toward love and emotions, like trying to advance the connection, trying to bring a cup of love forward here, trying to move forward in this connection. Well, I guess I spoke too soon because now we have the Devil here. The Devil is Capricorn energy. This is usually a heavy toxic energy. This can be an energy of addiction or obsession or a feeling of being trapped by something, feeling like they can't escape something, feeling like something's controlling them. I don't know if you know, but the two people that are tied to the Devil here, they're chained to his altar, those are the same two people from the Lovers card. So sometimes this can represent such a powerful connection that your person feels like they can't escape it. It could feel like there's something in control of them. This could even be like an element of their shadow, like some toxic element that they have to them. Something that they don't like about themselves, and they don't want you to see it, and they don't even want to look at it themselves, so they kind of like repress it and they push it down into the shadows and pretend like it's not there. Only it is there, and it ends up creating a spot where it can control elements of their life. It can be any of those types of things, but I have the Sun right behind that, which is Leo energy. This is the happiest card in the deck. Happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. Really hard to get a better card than that. Now, if you think about the way the solar system is put together, the sun's in the middle of it and all the planets are in orbit around the sun. The sun has all the gravity. So these two cards together usually tell me that your person is viewing you, A, as like a source of happiness, like the sunshine that lights up their life, but B, that this connection has so much gravity to it, so much magnetic pull to it, that they feel like they're stuck in your orbit and they can't escape it. I think that might be what's going on. Now, what's concerning here is this Six of Cups, the card of the past. This is feeling already like your person is doing a lot of thinking about the past when you were connected, and they're wanting to move forward with a love offer here, feeling like maybe they're stuck in this situation where you possibly aren't together anymore, and they're thinking about trying to move that forward here, get this unstuck, and then get to their happiness here. Not sure yet. We'll see as this goes along, but that's the overall energy of the reading. It's kind of like the overall gist of what this reading's probably going to talk to me about. In your person's actual energy here at the end of March, beginning of April 2022, Aquarius, we have the Eight of Cups, the Tower, the King of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and Judgment. Well, this Eight of Cups, again, another cup. We got Pisces energy here. This is a card of detachment. This is about emotional detachment or physical detachment, like physically walking away. The person on the card is walking away from 8 full cups of love. Most people could go their whole life on 8 full cups of love, but this person, it's not quite good enough for them. They're not completely happy and content with the 8 cups that they have. So they're making the difficult but conscious choice to walk away from what they have, to go down a brand new path towards something that they believe is going to bring them more happiness, more fulfillment. They're choosing to walk away from these 8 cups to go off in search of their 9th and their 10th cup. So tell me more about this 8 of Cups for Aquarius's person, please. Why is the 8 of Cups here for Aquarius's person at the end of March, beginning of April 2022? Really? On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. This is most people's goal in terms of the physical reality. This is maximum stability, maximum abundance, maximum prosperity. This is the combining together of 2 people, all their assets, all their resources, combining it all together into one unit to create that happy, stable home life that we all want, where no one wants for anything. Oh, I see. And right under the Ten of Pentacles is the Nine of Pentacles. More Virgo energy, but this is a singles energy. This is not a singles energy. This is two people who have been, or maybe even two families that have been combined together into one, all living under the same roof in the same household. We're going backwards here. We're clarifying a card of detaching, potentially even walking away. The overall energy is doing a lot of thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past of this love connection here. And we're going from being together to being single here. This is being single in the physical world. This is like with you or without you or in spite of you. I'm single, I'm abundant, I'm prosperous in my own right. I'm self-sufficient. I don't need someone to physically take care of me. I don't need someone to financially take care of me. I can do all that on my own here. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean your person wants to be single. It just means that they are single. And it's looking like there was some detachment here that happened. It's looking to me like you guys were together at some point in the past, and then someone walked away here. Someone walked away from the happy home life, the happy family life, and became single. Maybe they needed a break. We have the Four of Swords here. This is Libra energy. This is about taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. This is telling me there was a break in the connection here. This is about choosing to go internal, to do some healing, or to do some thinking about something, trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. We've got the King of Cups right under that. This is Pisces energy, sometimes Scorpio energy. This is a decision-making energy. It's someone who, when they make their decisions, they're in touch with their intuition. They consult their intuition. They consult their emotions. It's someone who has a lot of love and emotions for you, but doesn't necessarily outwardly express that. The King of Cups does not wear his heart on his sleeve. He doesn't always publicly broadcast his emotions, how he feels about things, what he's going through. This is someone who, no matter how rough and choppy the waters get around him, he's usually able to maintain his calm and his composure and stay cool, calm, and collected. You may not even be able to tell something's emotionally bothering him, even if you're sitting next to him on the couch. But this is someone who has a lot of love and emotions for you. Might not be telling you, though. Seven of Swords is next. This is Aquarius energy. It's got a few different meanings. The first one is lying, cheating, stealing, sneaking around behind your back, deceptive behavior, trying to get away with something that they probably shouldn't have been trying to get away with. Now, it doesn't always mean that. Another meaning for this card is self-preservation, as in your person not wanting to be hurt. That's the reason why the guy on the card is stealing these 5 swords, is because he doesn't want to be hurt by these swords. He doesn't want these swords used against him to hurt him, so he steals them to prevent that from happening. So it can be self-preservation, not wanting to be hurt. It can also represent leaving something behind, because he can only carry 5 swords and he's got to leave the other 2 swords behind. Okay. I'm not 100% sure what we have going on here. It looks like it could be a couple of different things. This could be that you guys were together and now your person is single. They had to take a break. They have all this love and emotions for you, but they needed a break. This could be them leaving you behind, because we're clarifying a card about them walking away here. This is also an energy of like going off to see if the grass is greener on the other side of the fence or not. So this 7 of Swords could be taken a few different ways. This could have been they were leaving you behind. This could have been that they were doing some sneaky, deceptive stuff and that got found out. Because the next card we have is Judgment. This is a card about making a final decision. It's about your person or you passing a final verdict in judgment on them or the situation, or them passing that on the situation. Most of the time, this card is a decision about, are we going to call this connection dead and over with, or are we going to resurrect it? Are we going to try and bring it back from the grave, bring it back to life, and transform it in a way that it's not going to be the same again? Then I've got the 3 of Cups, which is Cancer energy. Both of these cards can be energies of reconciliation. This is being reunited and celebrating. This is about resurrecting something and bringing it back from the dead. Now, the other meaning to this card can be a third-party love scenario. The only reason I'm even bringing that up is because I saw the Seven of Swords here and some judgment being passed. So this could be a case where your person walked off to see if the grass was greener on the other side. They were doing some sneaky, deceptive stuff. Judgment was passed on that because there was a third cup of love involved here. Or this could be your person still has a lot of love and emotions for you, and they're wanting to resurrect this. They're wanting to like leave something behind, or not wanting to be hurt. It could be that too. It could be that they still have all this love and emotions for you, and they're not outwardly expressing it because they don't want to be hurt. They don't want to take the chance that maybe you don't feel the same way. They don't want to have judgment passed on them. What they want is reconciliation, and it's possible that they're afraid of the Queen of Swords, which could be Aquarius energy. Normally this is a Libra energy, but we're doing an Aquarius reading, so it can totally fit you. This is about speaking the truth on something. This is about also cutting off the things and the people that are no longer in your best interest. They could be afraid of expressing their emotions, even though they want reconciliation here. They could be afraid that you're not going to have that. You're going to tell it like it is, and off with their head. I've got the Ace of Wands here next, which again is going to have two different meanings here. This is either re-sparking the connection, re-sparking the passion and the desire in the connection, or this represents a new beginning in passion and desire, which again could fit right along with this sneaky, deceptive behavior. They could have been lying, cheating, stealing, going behind your back, starting some passionate new beginning somewhere else. And that could be the thing that got judgment called on this connection and why there was this detaching and walking away. It could have been a third cup of love here, and they're afraid to come back and talk to you about it because they're afraid that you're going to cut their head off because of what they did. This Ace of Wands, the wand represents the phallic symbol of the tarot deck. So it represents the male phallus, using it to be intimate, sex, sexual energy, things like that. So this is feeling like a dual message already right from the outset here. This might be one way for you and the opposite way for the very next Aquarius person that shows up to watch this reading after you. To clarify this Eight of Cups, this detaching emotionally, detaching physically, walking away, going down a new path to try to find the 9th and 10th cup because they weren't quite happy, I got the Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups again, and the Fool. So the Page of Cups, pages are messengers. So this represents news, messages, communications about love and emotions. The expressing of feelings can represent an apology. So this could be, you know, if we're following the storyline here of the deceptive behavior, the third party, that's what got judgment called on it. That's why things were severed between the two of you, because they were out following their wand and shouldn't have been. If that's what's going on, this could be talking about the messages and the communications about love and emotions that they were giving someone else that wasn't you. This could also represent them trying to apologize or wanting to apologize for walking away and detaching like they did, because they had it all with you and then they walked off and became single, still having all these emotions for you and trying to figure out what to do with that, and at the same time not wanting to be hurt just in case the judgment that you pass on this is not in alignment with this reconciliation that they want. They're afraid of getting their head cut off here, wanting to express their feelings, wanting to apologize. It's clear that this person has a lot of feelings for you, a lot of love and emotions for you. They're just not outwardly expressing it here. I'm thinking they may want to be apologizing for walking away. Anytime I'm clarifying a card and I get the same card as one of the clarifiers, that's the universe beating me over the head going, dude, I done told you there was a detachment. This person walked away from Aquarius, or Aquarius walked away from them. They're just making sure that I understand that how important that is, so that way I can convey it to you. But the next card here to clarify that Eight of Cups is the Fool. This is card 0 of the Major Arcana. First card of the Major Arcana, first card of the tarot deck. That 0 represents absolutely nothing and the potential for everything all at the same time. This is a new beginning in something. This is taking the blind leap of faith on something. In other words, not needing to know what all the steps are from beginning to end before they take the first step. Not needing to know what the outcome is going to be before they take the first step. It's about just saying, you know what, screw it. I'm going to jump off this cliff and I'm going to figure out how to grow wings on my way down. I'm going to figure out how to work this as I move along here. This could also represent maybe your person is like wanting to take the leap of faith here, but I don't really feel that. This is probably more in lines of they were doing some risky behavior. They were taking risks outside of the connection here. You see, I've got this detaching because of love and emotions type communications, like love messages, love notes, things like that. And then I've got detaching because of taking risks outside of the connection. That's what I'm thinking it is based on seeing this 7 of Swords and Judgment and the 3 of Cups and the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Wands out here. That's what I'm thinking it is. And based on this next card in their energy, which is the Tower. This is an abrupt shift in something, an abrupt change taking place, something coming apart, something crashing down all around them. This is a game changer. It's like a foundation rocking event. This is something where everything changed like now, like split second, and nothing's the same as it was the day before this happened. And it looks like it's probably based on something that they did. They probably weren't fully content and happy at some point in the past. And in this connection here, I think they had a choice to make, and they probably took their romantic gestures in the wrong direction. They may have had some toxicity involved here. They may have had, who knows what this could be. This could represent any number of things, and it's going to be different for you versus the very next Aquarius that shows up here. But looks like something compelled them to go down a path that they probably ought not have gone down. And that caused things to fall apart and change very rapidly. Tell me more about the Tower for Aquarius person, please. Why is the Tower here for Aquarius's romantic person of interest? End of March 2022, beginning of April 2022. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. This is the mother of the tarot deck. She represents all 4 queens of all 4 suits rolled up into one person. The Empress rules over the planet Venus, and Venus rules over Taurus and Libra. So this could represent a Taurus or a Libra person that they took some risks with. This could represent how they're viewing you. Now, the Empress is perpetually pregnant. So she's always pregnant. She's always giving birth to something new. So she represents the birth of something new. Now, this could be telling me your person walked away. They want to apologize. They want to take a leap of faith. I don't really see that. I see this being more like, here's what they did that got this all screwed up and made the tower fall down. It looks to me like they birthed something new somewhere else. Now, this can also represent the tower fell down and now they're wanting to rebirth the connection with you. We've got the 4 of Wands next, which is Aries energy. This 4s are about stability. So this is stability of their home life, of their family life, stability of the connection with you. These 4 wands represent 1111, which is not just the number on my shirt. It's the number of manifestation. It's about creating the world around you to be the way that you want it to be. This is usually a celebration of the thing that they want being manifested in the physical reality here. I think the tower has come down. In other words, this connection with you has fallen apart, and they've spent a lot of time reminiscing about this. And the tower coming down, and they're wanting to rebirth the connection. They're wanting to try and get the stability back with you and the connection with you. I've got the Wheel of Fortune next. In terms of zodiac signs, this would represent the 4 fixed signs. So Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. This is a card that basically means like what's supposed to happen is going to happen. And there's really not a lot you can do about it. There's not a lot they can do about it. To me, what this is feeling like it's saying is they want to rebirth the connection with you. They want to get the stability back with you. This is the connection they feel like they're supposed to be in, and it has all come apart. And the fact that it's come apart and they now believe that they're supposed to be in it, like there was this massive change took place, like things were probably going good, and then all of a sudden the wheel spun, they did something stupid, the tower came down, the whole thing, thinking about the past of that and the past of the connection here and what they did and what they want now, probably can't escape that. They're probably stuck thinking about that, feel trapped in the spot that they're in, feel stuck in this connection like they can't get away from you. You got so much gravity, you bring them so much happiness here. Under that's the 3 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy of teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something. What you would be building here is that 10 of Pentacles that we already saw. And yeah, that's what happened. And now I've got the Fool, which we just saw here, tied to them detaching and walking away and going down a new path. Also tied to the messages of and communications about love and emotions. I think they took the blind leap of faith somewhere else, took some risks outside of the connection. 5 of Swords next, which is Aquarius energy. This is a painful situation. This is a mentally and psychologically painful event or situation. This can be someone who has like a winning at all costs type of a mentality, probably what they did, where they wanted to get what they wanted and they didn't really care or think too much about how that was going to affect you or anybody else. As long as they got what they wanted, this can be a card of betrayal. So I think they probably did some stupid stuff they weren't supposed to do, caused a big painful situation for you. Tower came down, now it's caused a big painful situation to them that they feel burdened by. I've got the 9 of Pentacles again, which is not the 10 of Pentacles. It's a step back from that. This is a singles energy. I think that's what happened. They did something they shouldn't have been doing, and now they're suffering the consequences of that, and they're feeling heavily burdened by this. Now to clarify this tower we have here, I got 4 cards. I got the Magician, the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. Let me move this a little bit and get some more room here. This Magician is the Mac Daddy Master Manifester of the Tarot deck. This is someone who has all the tools, all the abilities, all the resources, everything they need to manifest or create from nothing, whatever it is their will desires. He's got all 4 aces on the table right in front of him. The aces are the 4 ones of the 4 suits. Those 4 ones also represent 1111, which again, just ain't the number on my shirt. It's the number of manifesting. We saw it in the 4 of Wands. This person manifested something that brought the tower down. Their thoughts, their actions, what they did led to the tower coming down. This also tells me your person is actively trying to manifest something right now, and it looks like what they're trying to manifest is the rebirth of this connection with you, the rebirth of the stability of this connection. See, I've got the 4 ones, 1111 on both of these cards here. The next card to clarify the tower is the 4 of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. This is holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. I see them reminiscing a lot about the past, reminiscing about the past of this connection. We saw the Devil there, like them feeling like they're stuck in this and can't escape it. And the Sun, there's a lot of happiness and a lot of gravity there. They feel like they can't escape. I don't think they want to let go of you. I don't think they're okay with losing you and being detached here. See, now when I'm reading this horizontally too, I've got the Magician sitting right next to the Page of Cups. So their actions, what they did, manifested the Tower coming down. The actions they took were this news and messages and communications and expressing of feelings to someone that wasn't you. And even though there has been this detaching, right next to that is this Four of Pentacles. They want to hold on tight. They don't want to lose you. They don't want their actions that they took and the fact that the Tower came down to be the end of it for them here. Next we have the Four of Cups. So I've got 2 fours in a row here, and right under this Empress I have a third 4. So I've got 3 of the 4 fours. This is Cancer energy. This is emotional discontentment. They're not happy with the 3 cups that they have. They're not emotionally happy right now, so much so that they keep daydreaming about this other cup, this other thing that they believe is going to bring them emotional happiness and fulfillment, which is you. That's what they don't want to let go of. That's what they're trying to rebirth here. They keep thinking about the past with this connection. That's the cup that they're thinking about. The cup that they're thinking about is moving forward with a love offer to you. That's another meaning to this card. This can be that there's a love offer already on the table between the two of you and it hasn't been accepted or rejected yet. It's just been left hanging here in the air with nothing being done about it. This can also represent your person thinking about and contemplating making a love offer to you, expressing their emotions to you, trying to move this forward with you, and they just haven't done so yet, probably out of fear of rejection. The final card we have to clarify the Tower is the Seven of Wands. This is Leo energy. This is being walled off and defensive about something. It's more like about defending their position or defending their stance on something, or being willing to fight for what it is that they desire, fight for what they want, fight to get this connection back, fight to try to rebirth the stability of this connection. Because that's what they believe is supposed to happen, and the fact that it hasn't happened yet, basically everything that's happened up until this point and the fact that you're not together still is a heavy burden on them. Yeah, I think they're spending a lot of time. The part of the burden here is they're spending a lot of time thinking about commitment. This is Taurus energy of commitment, taking things to the next level, being in a committed relationship, a committed connection. This is oftentimes a marriage card. And the Nine of Swords. This is Gemini energy. This is fear, worry, anxiety about the commitment, thinking about this commitment a lot, with a lot of fear, worry, and anxiety behind their thinking, and doing that to the point that they're stressing themselves out. This is a person who doesn't want to face the situation that they're in, probably because their actions that they took actually are what caused the Tower to come down right here. And they're burdened by that, and they're doing a lot of worrying about this commitment here. The next card in your person's energy is the King of Swords. This is Gemini energy. Sometimes this is Aquarius energy. It's right central in the middle of their energy here. It's central to this whole thing that we're finding out about them here. This is probably representing you, or it can also represent like being smart and logical and analytical and rational. It's someone who is also a decision maker. We already saw the King of Cups, which is pretty much the counterbalance to this. This is a decision maker who's head over heart, and the King of Cups is a decision maker who's heart over head. Neither one of them by themselves is really a good way to make decisions. This kind of a person is emotionally detached when they make their decisions. They don't consult their emotions at all. They don't care about the emotions. They don't care about the story behind what's going on. They're only interested in what they can see right in front of them. What's the truth? What's the facts of the matter? And they're going to use that to make the best, most logical, most rational decision available. This is a very cerebral, conscious mind thinking type of a person here. When they make decisions like that, it can feel cold and calculated to everybody else. Now, on the opposite side of that, that King of Cups that we saw is somebody who's like, they throw logic out the window. It doesn't matter what the logical thing is, what the common sense thing to do would be. It doesn't matter what their mind is telling them. They're listening to their heart and their heart only. So sometimes that's a bad decision maker too. So we've seen them in both types of decision making here. Tell me about the King of Swords. Why is that here? I'll be damned. You just can't make this up, I'm telling you. Apparently this is an important card. I feel like I have one flip over in the deck here too somewhere. Let me see. I could have sworn one flipped over. Guess not. You definitely can't make this shit up. On the bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles again. Maximum stability. This is Virgo energy. I know I keep calling out all these signs. It's because I'm not 100% sure who you're dealing with. I'm not 100% sure that I would even be able to figure out exactly who you're dealing with, because I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person. I'm tapping into the collective Aquarius energy here. So I'm just calling out all the signs as I see them, as they stick out to me, just in case they mean anything to you individually here. But this is definitely Virgo energy. This is maximum stability, abundance, prosperity, the happy, stable home life that we all want, the combining together of two people or two families and all their assets and resources. This is typically someone who's married or someone who is living together, or at the very least planning on doing that, combining things together. I'll be damned. And there we are with this 9 of Pentacles again, going backwards from being together to being single. Both Virgo energies. And the reason that they're single is the 7 of Swords. Again, this is I'm feeling this is lying, cheating, stealing, sneaking around behind your back, deceptive behavior, doing a bunch of shit they shouldn't have been doing and probably got caught in it. This is Aquarius energy. Judgment. That's why there was an ending to the connection. Judgment was passed on that. And at the same time, what they're wanting is judgment again. They're wanting this to be resurrected and brought back from the grave. 4 of Swords. Libra energy of taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break, trying to heal something, trying to do some thinking about something to figure out what to do moving forward from here. Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight in the deck. This is very slow forward movement, so slow that oftentimes it feels like there is no movement happening. There is no progress being made. This is usually a really frustrating energy, for it's someone who wants something to move faster than it's actually moving, and from where they sit, it seems like it ain't moving at all. Now, here's what I was saying about you can't make it up. King of Swords is what we're clarifying. I just talked about the counterbalance to that. The other side of the decision maker is the King of Cups. The very first clarifier for that King of Swords is the King of Cups. 2 of Wands, the Moon, Knight of Swords. Yeah, definitely. Okay. This King of Cups, like I said, is the counterbalance to this. This is heart over head decision making, and this is head over heart. This is not consulting the emotions. This is consulting the emotions, just not letting them cloud the judgment. What this is looking like is your person wasn't thinking both ways. I think when they walked away and detached and the tower came down, I think they were completely using their conscious mind and not consulting their emotions. They saw what was right in front of them, and they decided to act on that because it was right in front of them. And now after the fact, that's what this is right here, this 7 of Swords. They acted on it. They lied. They snuck around behind your back. They did shit they weren't supposed to do, and they got caught, which is why we went from the 10 backwards to the 9. It's why there was a judgment, and it's why now they're trying to figure out what to do about it. And it ain't happening quick enough. Oh shit, right under that is the 10 of Swords. This is a swift painful ending to something. Sometimes this is an ending you don't see coming. Sometimes this is an ending in betrayal, hence the swords in the back. No matter how you slice this, it's an ending though. And I think your person is now, after the fact, consulting their emotions. They have a lot of love and emotions for you. Are they outwardly expressing it? I don't think so. They're thinking about doing it. They definitely have a lot of love and emotions and don't want to let go of you. They don't want to lose this. They don't want the tower to actually be down and not be able to be fixed. And they want to fight for the connection. But this is someone who's contemplating expressing their emotions, contemplating the communications about love and emotions here, and hasn't done it yet. Next, to clarify that King of Swords, got the Two of Wands, Aries energy. This is a fork in the road. It's a crossroads for your person. It's a decision point for them. And it's a decision about which path leads them to the world that they want and which path do they have to leave behind to get there. They've got two paths in front of them. What do they actually want? They're trying to decide that here. Probably trying to decide. I mean, it's sitting directly next to not wanting to let go of you and emotionally detaching and walking away. So I think those are the two paths that they have to choose from here. Can I offer this cup of love and fight for the connection? Or is what I did like too much and there's not going to be a new beginning here? Next we have the Moon, Pisces energy. This is fear, worry, anxiety. We've already seen that with the Nine of Swords. But this is also a feeling of something being hidden in the dark. Like there's something they can't see, something they don't know about. A lot of times this is about that path that they're on, not being able to fully see the path in front of them. Not sure if they're even on the right path or not. And they're having fear, worry, and anxiety about, did I veer off course? Am I still on the right path? Is this the path I should be going down? Now, sometimes this can also represent something actually being hidden in the dark, as in something they don't know about, or some secret that's being kept here. It could just represent that they don't know what would happen if they offered this cup of love to you. They don't know if you would accept it or if you would walk away. They don't know if you would be walled off and defensive against that. They don't know if you'd turn Queen of Swords on them and cut their head off because of what they did. Final card to clarify, the King of Swords is the Knight of Swords. Fastest moving knight in the deck. This is about rushing forward. Knights are action takers, so this is about rushing forward and speaking the truth on something. It's also about rushing forward and taking a rapid, very decisive action on something. Now, I saw this Knight of Pentacles here in the bottom of the deck story. Slowest moving knight in the deck. This is someone who's wanting something to happen at this speed, and they're getting this speed. You know that story, the tortoise and the hare? This is the tortoise, and this is the hare. They want to be going at this pace, and it's going at this pace. I'm also feeling that your person is not fully confident in their position right now. Yes, they want to fight to defend their position. They want to fight for the connection with you. They want that back. But they got a lot of fear, worry, and anxiety here. I'm seeing them going backwards from the King of Swords to, by the end of this column, they're in the Knight of Swords, which is 2 steps back from the King. So they're not showing up in their full power here. They're not fully confident here. And their very first clarifier is the Page of Cups. He's got a fish in his cup. So pages are the least developed, the least far along in the court cards. And that fish in the cup is there because he's not fully emotionally confident. He doesn't want you to look him in the eyes because he can't stand like the weight of that. He wants you to look at the fish in the cup as a distraction so he doesn't have to feel the weight of you looking at him. And I'm feeling like that's what's going on with your person. They want to make this love offer to you. They're just not confident and how that's going to work out if they do. The very next card in your person's energy is the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning in love and emotions. This is starting over at square one in terms of love and emotions. This is the cup that's hanging here in the air that they're contemplating offering you. We saw that Knight of Cups here, where they're doing a lot of reminiscing about the past and the good old days with you, the way things used to be in this connection, and they're wanting to take actions toward love and emotions. They're wanting to come forward with a love offer to you, romantic gestures to you, offer the cup of love, advance the connection again. That's the cup of love they're wanting to offer here. Tell me about this Ace of Cups for Aquarius' person here at the end of March, beginning of April 2022, please. Why is this Ace of Cups here? Not wanting to talk suddenly. Usually when that happens, the next time I shuffle through, I'll either get nothing again, or they'll just go and just puke it all out. Tell me about this Ace of Cups, please. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Why is the Ace of Cups here? See how it's all trying to get away from me here? That's a sure sign there's a lot going on in there. Wow. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles again. Virgo energy. Maximum stability, abundance, and prosperity. The combining together of two people, two families, all their assets and resources. This is most people's goal in the physical reality. It's the happy, stable, abundant home life that we all want. 9 of Pentacles. Again, they're single, and they keep thinking about when they weren't. They keep thinking about when you were together. They're wanting to offer you this cup of love and get a fresh start on this because they want this back and they don't want this anymore. Yeah, now I've got something different under it. We got the 8 of Wands here, Sagittarius energy. This is rapid back and forth, passionate communication, rapid forward movement on something, rapid progress on something. This can indicate travel. It can also indicate like a whole lot coming at your person at once. Like I saw all the cards spreading out, trying to get away all at once. It usually means there's a lot going on. This can be like there's so much going on for them that they're overwhelmed here. Like there's too much coming at them. It's like trying to take a drink out of a fire hose. It can knock you on your ass. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if they have recently or are about to start communicating a lot with you. Like a lot of communications coming in about teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. What you build here together as equals is that 10 of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy, by the way. Death right under that, Scorpio energy. This is something dying. This is an ending to something. Something dying, either so it can be transformed and reborn again in a better way, or something dying and falling away so it can be replaced by something new. If this is something dying and then transforming so it's reborn again in a better way, which is kind of what I'm feeling because I've seen Judgment already and I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but their very first clarifier for this Ace of Cups is also Judgment. This is like if you think about when a caterpillar goes into a cocoon. When it comes out of that cocoon, it ain't a caterpillar anymore. It's a butterfly instead. It's way more beautiful when it comes out of the cocoon than it was when it went into the cocoon. When it goes in, it's like a little worm with a bunch of hair and fur, and it looks kind of gross. But when it comes out, it's beautiful. This is kind of that situation, because when the caterpillar is in that cocoon, it ain't having a party in there. It's not fun and games for the caterpillar. It's actually dying. It's dissolving. It's transforming, going through a painful metamorphosis. And when it comes out, the caterpillar aspect of itself is dead and gone. But it comes out better than when it went in. So that could be what this is trying to tell me here. Yes, we went from being together to being single. It was a lot to process and deal with. I want to get this back. I want to work together with you again. And I want to make this so that us going through this situation makes us better than we were before it all happened. The devil. Again, Capricorn energy. We've already seen the devil here in this story on the overall energy bottom of the deck. Feeling like they can't escape it. The next card down was the Sun, and then the Three of Pentacles that we just got done taking a look at. So this has got a lot of gravity. They feel stuck here. They feel like they can't escape you or the power of the connection. And you cannot make this shit up. Right under the devil is the Sun. And I just showed that to you here. Right under the devil is the Sun. Exact same order. So it's telling me again, wow, it's telling me again that you're a source of happiness to them. They feel like you're the sunshine that lights up their life. And this connection has so much gravity. You have so much gravity that they feel like they're stuck and they can't escape you. To clarify this Ace of Cups, this new beginning in love and emotions, the cup that they're trying to offer you here, wanting to start over at square one in terms of love and emotions, we got Judgment, the King of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Judgment, again, is passing their own final verdict and judgment on a situation. This is a final decision here, and it's almost always a decision about, are we going to call this dead and over with, or are we going to resurrect this? Are we going to bring it back to life and try and transform it in a way that it's never going to be the same again? We talked about that with the Death card here. They're wanting a decision on that. If they could have the magic, the big red magic easy button and make it any way they want when they push it, that's what they would do. They would get this connection back again. Next, to clarify the Ace of Cups, I have the King of Pentacles. This is more Virgo energy. This is one half of the two people who work together as equals to build this Ten of Pentacles. He usually works together as equals with the Queen of Pentacles, builds it around her. She manages it. She takes care of it. She's the centerpiece to the home life and the family life. And this is one of those readings where it's not just the cards that are on the table that are telling me something. It's the cards that aren't on the table that are also telling me something. I've got the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles we've seen several times. I do not have the Queen of Pentacles, which again is just reinforcing that they're single. They're without you. They're without the other piece of the puzzle. Very next card to clarify the Ace of Cups is the Two of Cups. We've already seen that in terms of them doing a lot of thinking and reminiscing about the past and the good old days and the way it used to be with you when you were together. In this column of cards, we're escalating the energy from the Ace of Cups to the next step, the Two of Cups. The love connection, Cancer energy, a love connection between two people. I breathe you in, you breathe me in. We're connected, but it's a two, and that represents needing to make a choice, which again, we see the choice in the Judgment card here, and I'm getting ahead of myself again, but their very last card I'm going to clarify next is also Judgment. I've also seen the Two of Wands out here, the fork in the road, the decision point here. And it looks like the decision is like, do I offer Aquarius this cup of love or not? I want to, but I'm afraid. I'm worried. I'm anxious about that. Final card to clarify the Ace of Cups is the Page of Pentacles. This is news and messages and communications about some practical, tangible opportunity. Some I can touch it with my hands, real world opportunity here. This usually for me represents planning for the future. Final card for your person, Aquarius, Judgment. Again, final decision. Are we going to call this dead and over with, or can we resurrect this? Can we bring it back from the grave? Can we bring it back to life and transform it so it's never going to be the same as it was? Tell me more about Judgment, please. Why is Judgment here at Aquarius' person? The end of March, beginning of April 2022. Thank you. This one's the last. Wow. You can't make this shit up. I wish I could make this stuff up, because I swear I would move to Hollywood and I would write screenplays and I would be freaking rich. Bottom of the deck, we got the Empress here. Already seen her. This is the mother of the tarot deck. She's perpetually pregnant. She's always giving birth to something new. So she represents the birth of something new. In this case, what they're wanting is to resurrect something and bring it back from the grave and rebirth this connection with you. Knight of Cups. We already saw that in the overall energy of the reading. Third card down. Wanting to move forward with this love offer with you. Move forward in the connection. Take actions toward love and emotions toward you. Six of Pentacles. Taurus energy. This is a card of balance. It's about balancing things back out between you. It's generosity, reciprocity, equal give and take. The Chariot. Cancer energy. This is a card about using the will to move forward past all the problems, past all the challenges, getting by all that stuff very quickly through will, and moving forward very quickly in success and victory. I've got the Magician out here in their energy. Both of these cards are about using the will. So what their will desires is to get judgment on this, to resurrect this connection, to rebirth it, to start back over at square one. And the fact that this hasn't moved forward. See, again, this is the fastest energy in the deck. I saw the Eight of Wands, which is the second fastest energy in the deck. The third fastest is this Knight of Swords that's out here. And I keep seeing the Knight of Pentacles in the story on the bottom of the deck. It's moving so much slower than they want to see it moving. They're wanting this top level speed, and they're getting this turtle pace. And that is a heavy burden. Sagittarius energy of the Ten of Wands. That's heavy burden to them. And they're looking to have a change in the luck and fortune of this whole connection. This is them viewing this connection as the one that they're supposed to be in. And they're wanting to turn this around and get the commitment back. The Hierophant, Taurus energy. Now, to clarify Judgment, this final decision about can we resurrect this and bring it back from the grave. Four of Wands. The Emperor. Temperance. Eight of Swords. Four of Wands we've already seen. This is stability of the home life, stability of the family life, stability of the connection between the two of you. These four wands are 11-11, which we've already talked about. It's out here with the Magician as well. Four ones on the table, the four aces. 11-11 is out here twice. We've already seen this card at least once. It's them wanting to rebirth the stability, wanting to call that back from the dead. Doing a lot of thinking about that. Next we have the Emperor. This is Aries energy. I guess I didn't tell you, this is also Aries energy. This is the father of the tarot deck. This represents all four kings rolled up into one person. This is at its core, it's also a master manifester energy, just like the Magician. Not quite as potent as the Magician, but this is someone who has all the tools and resources to put together a plan to get what they want. We saw them planning for the future here. And then to execute that plan to get what they want. This is about taking control of the situation, taking charge of the situation, and going out after what they want. Now, it's also the counterpart to this Empress that's here on the bottom of the deck. First time I've seen you guys show up as counterparts here. I believe this is how your person is viewing it. I believe that they're viewing you as the one for them. This is like actually counterparts on steroids. You know, if like the King and Queen of Cups would be counterparts, like two people that are supposed to be together, this is that times four. It's all four kings, all four queens together here. Looks like they're trying to take control of the situation. Next we have Temperance, Sagittarius, Major Arcana energy. This is usually about patience. We've seen your person with that Knight of Pentacles, that slow-ass moving energy when they want this top speed and they're not getting it. This is them trying to be patient. This is a card about assimilating changes that have taken place, trying to balance back out from those changes. I promise you, when there is a Tower, there are dramatic changes that happen very quickly. This is your person trying to assimilate those changes and adjust themselves around that. This is also reconciliation energy. In tarot, water represents love and emotions. And in this card, the water, the love, has been separated into two different cups. And this angel is combining it back together, recombining the love. So there's actually 3 cards in the deck that would represent reconciliation energy. We saw that 3 of Cups toward the beginning. That's one of them. Temperance is another one. And the other one is Judgment. I've got both decks have Judgment out here on the table. So this is definitely representing reconciliation energy. That's what they're wanting. The final card to clarify Judgment is the 8 of Swords, Gemini energy. This is thinking about something over and over again on this repeating loop in their mind and not being sure what the safe step to take is, and feeling stuck and trapped and blocked because they don't know what the safe step to take is. And what they keep obsessively looping, excessively grinding on, is this idea of reconciling, getting back together. They're obsessively grinding on the past of this connection and trying to be able to take actions toward love and emotions and come forward with this cup of love that they want to give you. Grinding on it over and over and over again, trying to reconcile the connection, trying to get the stability back. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appear on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Aquarius love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.